Hello and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have another interesting game. This one was played in 1970 between chess legend and a former world chess champion Mikhail Tal, and his opponent was Mikhail Podgaets. The game was played in Sochi, Russia, and the game started with e4 for Mikhail Tal. His opponent replied with knight to f6, Alyahin's defense. We have e5 attacking this knight, and we have knight to d5 played for black. In this position, Tal decided to play knight to c3, which is Zemish attack, although the most common move in this sort of positions is to actually push up this knight with c4. So we have knight to c3 for Tal, offering the trade. We have b takes on c3 and d6 played for black, pressuring this pawn in the center. Tal has d4 as an option, and he also has f4. He decided to play f4 in this game. We have d takes on e5, f takes on e5, and queen d5 right now played for black. Black now threatens this pawn. Tal now decided to play d4, simply defending this pawn and creating a nice chain here. Our game continued with c5, now undermining this pawn structure, and Tal calmly plays knight to f3. Game continued with knight to c6, again pressuring this pawn one more time, and we have bishop e2 played for Mikhail Tal, because black's main idea is to pin this knight with bishop g4, and which happens in the game, bishop g4, but right now it doesn't have that much strength because this bishop is now protecting this pin. Better move here by the computer at least was, instead of that, to play g6 and play bishop g7 here as one of the alternatives of the position. So we have castle for Mikhail Tal, we have c takes on d4, c takes on d4, and we have e6 played for black. Black's main idea is to open up this dark squared bishop and to develop him somewhere. We have rook to b1 for Mikhail Tal. Now don't mind this evaluation here. This is slight inaccuracy by the computer. Computer recommends c4, but as you all know, computer sees everything, and pretty much almost all moves are inaccuracies according to him. Queen to d7 is played, bishop e7 is the best alternative here for black, and we have knight to g5, which is a decent move, offering the trade of the bishops. We have trade of the bishops, and after queen takes on e2, firstly we have bishop to e7. Now you might be wondering, why didn't black simply take up this pawn? It is free for taking. What was his deal? So this is actually not good for black. I will firstly show you what would happen if queen takes on d4 is played with a check actually. Then Tal would defend with bishop e3, and after queen takes on e5 we have a tactical strike with knight to f7, and this position is falling apart for black. Another option for black was to actually pick up this pawn with his knight, but then Tal would continue with queen d3 firstly, attacking this knight as well, and after knight retreats, now Tal would accept this trade, and after king takes on d7, after g4 and attack of this knight, knight will retreat to h6 with the idea to defend this, although it cannot be defended, and after rook takes on b7, this is almost 2-point advantage for white. White simply will grab a pawn here. He will have a pawn advantage, but most importantly he has a much better position here entering into the endgame, so that is the reason why his opponent didn't want to enter in this sort of positions. And after queen takes on e2, bishop e7 is played. Tal now defends this pawn with c3. We have bishop takes on g5, bishop takes on g5, and right now h6 is played for black. Rook to c8 is the recommended move by the computer, but after h6, bishop c1 is played, retreating this bishop. Tal wants to save it, and we have knight to e7 for black. So black still doesn't want to castle, and this is actually not good, because right now Tal already created an attack after this move with queen to f3. So black's idea is to either put this knight here or this knight here, which happened in the game actually with knight to d5. For now everything is defended, this pawn is defended, and this pawn is defended, so this was the main idea. But right now Tal sees c4 as the main move, pushing away this knight, and after knight goes on b6, c5 is played, which is actually a mistake by Mikhail Tal. Bishop a3 was far better here as an option, but c5 is played. After knight to d5, of course allowed to block the position again, Tal sacrificing his pawn with c6. We have b takes on c6, and right now Tal finds a bishop a3, which simply blocks this king from castling on the king side. Castling on the queen side would be devastating, because this king would be left very, very vulnerable, and many options are available here For example, if you castle, one of the ways to continue this game is firstly bishop d6 threatening checkmate, and as you can see this position is falling apart for black immediately, so this is not good. Bishop a3 is played, f5 for black right now, e takes on f6 with en passant, g takes on f6, and we have a rook to b3 played for Mikhail Tal. Again, Tal wants to double his rooks and then invade on the 7th rank. We have king to d8, which is a mistake for his opponent here. After rook to b3, one of the best moves for black was to actually play either rook to g8, this rook here, or rook to h7, but king to d8 is a mistake. We have rook f to b1, which Tal initially planned, and right now we have rook to h7. Now he finds the best move, but it's kind of too late. Queen to g3, with the idea to aim at this weak b8 square, also aim at this square here on a g8, and right now after knight to b6, Tal created a spectacular sacrifice. Rook takes on b6, and after a takes on b6, queen g8, firstly check, and after queen e8, queen picks up on h7, and the game is over here. Black decided to resign. Now, as you can see from the position, it seems like black can take this bishop, and there is a question, why did he resign? Because he will be able to equalize the material? Well, actually it's not, because after rook takes on b6, black is simply losing whatever he does. For example, one of the ways to continue is to play king to c8, then Tal would continue with queen b7 check, and after king d8, queen b8 check, and after king e7, rook b7 check, and right now you would be forced to sacrifice your queen or simply lose your queen, and that is pretty much game over here for black. After rook to b6, maybe there are some other ideas here, maybe queen to d7 offering the trade, but then Tal would continue with queen g8 check, and after king e7, queen g7 check, and after king d6, queen f8 check, and right now after queen here comes with offering the trade. Of course, just wanted to show you that after this check, if you decide to retreat here, queen b8 is checkmate, so you cannot retreat. That's the main idea. After queen to f8 and offering this trade, rook picks up on c6 with a check, and right now if you decide to go on d7, queen c8 is checkmate. After rook to c6, you will simply lose your queen. You have to take this, and queen takes on d7, and it's game over. Also, there was another idea here. After rook takes on b6, maybe rook a8 is the way to go, but unfortunately rook to b7, and this is game over. Checkmate is what follows, and there is no way of stopping this checkmate. So you can try with rook to c8, but then queen to g7 with the idea to pick up this. You can play anything here in this position. Queen takes on f6, queen e7, the only move, and queen takes on e7 is the checkmate. And this is how this game ended, and this is all I have prepared for you today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess, because this helps with the algorithm and it really pushes my channel. As you all know, I want to make this channel a primary source of my income, so all of your support is much appreciated. Also, feel free to let me know about this position. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Tal games in general? Do you think that this game is as impressive as some of his other games? Of course, do let me know about that. And in general, if you have any other questions, I do enjoy reading your comments, guys. I really appreciate you, and we will see each other in the next video. I wish you a pleasant night. Bye bye.